You know what they say, sharing is caring. And when it comes to women, sharing those menstruation tips is all the care we need. CEO of Salome Sebambo sits down with incredible ladies to discuss heavy menstrual bleeding.
Live your full unfiltered life with the Salome range for PMS, menstrual pain and heavy menstrual bleeding. Salome, your journey matters.
Today we're chatting about something that women deal with regularly. Premenstrual syndrome, otherwise known as PMS, is something that women deal with. And it's really, today we're chatting about how do you cope with it and how do you actually identify that you are PMSing. On the Salome couch, I want to welcome performance artist, TV personality and entrepreneur, Boity, and Minister of Menstruation and menstrual health activist, Candice Jira. Welcome, ladies. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. So today we're chatting about PMS, premenstrual syndrome. Boity, do you think PMS is real? And if so, how do you cope with it?
It is a real thing, and but how can you deal with it? Just go through it and just let it be. And I guess, again, just be vocal about the fact that I am feeling this way, I am behaving this way, I am this way towards you because I am shifting into this time of the month. So bear with me.
You know, sometimes I don't know that I'm PMSing until I either have raised my voice or I'm crying.
Yeah.
I cried in an aisle of a supermarket when I couldn't find my favorite biscuit. I asked the guy for the biscuits and the merchandiser for the biscuits, and he said they've been out of stock. I lost it. Everything fell apart in the shop because of the biscuits, and it was much later at night when I realized what was that about.
Yeah.
Candice, what do you think the signs of PMS are, and what are your followers saying? How is it treating them? What are they seeing? What's happening to them?
I have these moments where I literally forget how to be a human. So the other time, like literally 2 weeks ago, I put my phone in the fridge thinking it was milk, and then carried the milk to my room thinking it was my phone, right? Because brain fog is a real thing. Like, you just get dazed. And I remember my mom coming to me and she's like, "What's this? And what's that?" And I'm just like, I don't even know what to tell you. And I was like, listen, I think it's PMS. And it's just also when you just get a combination of all of it together. So for me, it's just like a roller coaster ride. It's the brain fog, it's the tender breasts, it's the bloating, it's the headache. It's just, I get the phantom pains. I get the, my uterus is knocking to remind you that, hey, I exist and it's happening. It's a lot, like it's just too much. But I think what's really interesting is that so many people just also suffer in silence, you know? And what I also don't like is the stigma that's used towards it, where sometimes non-menstruators will be like, oh, is she moody because she's on her period or PMSing? Period or not, my feelings are valid, but like, don't weaponize this thing that I have no control over as a way to make me feel inferior or make me feel less than. It's not okay.
But then we're having an empowerment discussion. Then. What do you think women then need to know about PMS in order to deal with just the scope of things? As you said, there is the brain fog, there is the tender breast, there is the bloating. What do you think women actually need to know around that?
I feel like we need to just embrace the fact that it is what it is, but it is also normal.
Yes,
and
it is.
You shouldn't ever feel like there's something wrong with you. I often always felt like, yo, these meetings are intense. No one deserves to be around me. I don't deserve to be around people. But actually, it's okay. And honestly, take that time when you are experiencing all of those symptoms to give yourself what you need. So listen to your body. If you feel fatigued, rest. If you feel like, oh, listen, my boobs are so sore, maybe don't wear that bra. Maybe wear a sports bra, don't wear a bra at all. Like, listen to your body and give yourself what you deserve, because at the end of the day, it's you. You're showing love to yourself. And I want to touch on a very important point that we often generally don't have a conversation is mental health and our periods, because that does happen, especially when your hormones are fluctuating and your moods are, anxiety goes up, right? And there's something that often a lot of menstruators do experience, which is called PMDD, which is like your PMS symptoms, but times 500. So if you're feeling anxiety, you're feeling way more anxiety. If you're feeling those suicidal thoughts, it's on 1,000. And so that again also needs to be having a conversation as to, you know, if you are having your period now, you are dreading having it because now you feel horrible, and not just like physical, mentally as well. So you have to take care of yourself. You can't just put it away and pretend like it doesn't exist. It's literally your brain telling you that I'm not okay, and then your uterus is also saying, hey, this is happening. Like, you have to prioritize yourself.
I think it always goes back to understanding your body, understanding your cycle, and having a really healthy relationship with a healthcare professional that you trust, that doesn't gaslight you. I think we keep going back to that, you know.
Also, I think there's it's good that we're having these kind of conversations, and I'm sure there's, you know, on the internet, because we also have to be kind of cognizant of the fact that not everyone obviously can afford to have that kind of access to, you know, whether it's a gynae or a healthcare facilitator, etc. So I think it's also crucial that we have as much free information, you know, to help those who genuinely don't have access to what we assume is a norm, which is most of the time a luxury for a lot of people.
Yeah.
What are you using for PMS? Because you also suffer from PMS.
Every year I discover something that Salome makes, and I'm just like, yes, hallelujah. Because wow. I started using the Salome PMS.
I'm ready to hop on this train.
Okay. Let me tell you that what it really does help with is like the relief of the symptoms that you experience. So if I'm having the brain fog, it's there, but it's not as intense, right? So I find sometimes, because my nunga-nunga's been nunga-nungering, I'm like, listen, I can't be always wearing a bra. But with the PMS by Salome, I just feel at ease.
Ladies, thank you again for joining me on the Salome couch. We appreciate it. And let's actually keep talking about this and destigmatizing everything menstrual health, period.
Period. Love it.
Let's move to the bedroom to discuss how do you pack essentials for your gym bag or in your handbag for your period. Boiti, this is the bag we've packed for you for gym.
It's got my name on it.
It does.
You know me too well.
These are the gym essentials.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Let's go.
So we've packed for you the Salome Heavy Menstrual Bleeding,
Amazing.
Salome Pre-Meds for relief of minor symptoms of PMS,
Yes.
like the tender breasts and the slight mood swings. And then the Salome Menstrual Pain.
Oh, fabulous.
With women experiencing menstruation differently, we need to be clued up on what works for our body. With Salome, your journey matters.
On a monthly basis, all of us powerful, fierce women deal with our menstrual cycle. But why let it affect our lives?
Anywhere I go, anywhere I be.
As your natural journey unfolds, let our products naturally assist you. Live your full unfiltered life with the Salome range for PMS, menstrual pain, and heavy menstrual bleeding. Salome, your journey matters.
Available at pharmacies nationwide.